Since what's good with your peace and blessings to the good energy people. Much love and respect. Thank you for tuning in once again. You are here now with D.A.P, where you can give your perspective on whatever topic we're dealing with. What's good with you, family? What's good with you? What's good with you? Just got a question. People wanted me to ask this question. Not a lot of people, but a few people wanted me to ask this question. And the question is, what is Solomon's faith? And what was it, or how did McGreevy steal money? What are the details? Because people are saying that McGreevy took some kind of money back in the day, or whatever the case may be. And I'm just standing in the middle getting these questions, and I want to ask the question today. But before we do that, I would like for you to please do me the favor and share, like the page, or as we go on, just comment, or whatever the case may be, what your perspective would be on this topic. And before we actually talk about the particular topic at hand, I want to just share this with you guys this morning. I was strolling and I just happened to see this particular thing that happened. Something went viral and I'm like, why did this go viral? People can't even walk out their house and walk their dog how they want to walk their dog, right? So this young lady got up this morning, or one morning, and said, I'm going to walk my dog because I don't feel like getting dressed right now. And I know my dog is going to poop in the house. And before they do that, let me jump up and just go ahead and walk my dog without getting dressed and all that. And she got a right to do that. You know what I mean? She has a right to do that. And this is what she did. And she was walking her dog with no problem. But for some reason, I guess someone said, let me record her for some likes and views. And I guess this must be in Manhattan or New York or whatever the case. But she said, let me go ahead and walk my dog. And what's wrong with that? Why people got to go ahead and, record people doing something like this? Okay. It was said that her tatas was swinging from left to right, but it's all good. I mean, she ain't hurting nobody. She ain't doing nothing wrong. She just figured, let me get up early in the morning, go ahead and do my thing. But living in New York or the city, it's kind of like you're going to get somebody to record you in some kind of way. You're going to get that no matter what. But she ain't doing nothing wrong. But she went viral. You know what I mean? We don't know nothing about this young lady at all. She just doing her thing. She just at peace, taking care of her business, with her dog. Don't want the dog to mess in the house. So she go ahead and, you know what I mean? I don't think nothing wrong with that, But, in this era, people are trying to go viral. They trying to get likes and views and things like that for paper. You know what I mean? Man, leave people alone, man, when it comes to stuff like this. Word up. But back to the story at hand. Good morning to everybody, by the way. Good morning again, once again, I should say. Much love to you. If you can do me the favor, just go ahead and like the page once again for the algorithm. And I said this, I made a post about supporting. Recently. And if a business person tell you or have a product that they would like for you to support, right? And you say that some people support in silence. Some people support in the background. So if I have a barbershop and I'm asking you to come down and get your hair cut, and by you getting a haircut, that supports me. and you say, I'm supporting in the background. I'm supporting you silently. How does that sound? You bake cakes, but you say to the person that baked cakes, you know what? I see what you're doing. I love how you made that cake. Oh, the design is real nice. I support you silently. You have a birthday party, but you putting that person with the cakes silently. How is that support? It don't make sense. You know what I mean? But anyway, moving right along about the Solomon and McGreevy situation, a few people asked me, what is Solomon's religion? What is Solomon's faith? What is Solomon's faith? I don't know. I'm coming here now to ask you guys, what is Solomon's faith? If you can do me that favor and go ahead and tell us what is Solomon's faith. If you know, someone came on one of my comments and mentioned this. It doesn't matter as long as he's an American and he's smart. You know what I mean? And trustworthy. Another person says, what people want to know and why. I've been following James Solomon for some time now, and this is the first time I have heard that question. Recently, President Trero welcomed all religions. This is called monotheism. Why must we always focus on the things that divide us? So I say, if you've been following him for so long or for some time, basically, if that's the case, what's the problem with, the simple question of what's his faith? People are asking because voters want to know who a candidate is completely. Background, beliefs, values, the same way they ask when, you go for a job, whatever case, or job or whatever, and they ask you for your education, your background, things like that, your history, your past decisions. You know what I mean? It's not about dividing people. All right. It's about clarity. So if the person you mentioned, which is Trero, I don't know how to pronounce his name properly, but if he can welcome all religions openly, then the candidate in this city should be able to state the faith openly. So again, what is his faith? Okay, a few people ask that question. That's all. So even though you may have never heard that question asked, it's a first time for everything. So what's the problem with that? So answer the question if you know, if you're here right now. Good morning to each and every last one of you. The other question is, people are saying that, good morning, my man Kirk, peace and blessings, brother. Peace and blessings to you and the family. Thanks for chiming in. I appreciate you. The other question is, what did McGreevy steal? What money did he steal? I've heard this plenty of times. I've heard, people speak about it every now and then. Speaking of, they're not voting for McGreevy because he stole money. So I'm like, okay, what did he steal? I need details, and other people need details. What did he steal? Was it actual money, or was he involved with something that some people may not understand? I don't know. You tell me. This is why we're here. You get me? So if you have that information, go ahead and put the information out there. You know what I mean? Because there's narratives, just rolling around in the city, and it's not, may not be clear. I don't know. I'm going to stand in the middle. So if you are here right now and you know this information, go ahead and put it on the comment board or call in if you want. If you want to call in, let me know you want to call in, okay? So yeah, one person also said on the comment board, and it was an open discussion, but this was asked to me a few times, even in the barbershop. So the young lady by the name of Miss Brown said, "That's an interesting question. Now I wonder too." So if a few people are asking, I know there's others are asking the same question. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. What is you talking about? All right, so I don't know. This person from YouTube. So because you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to do you like my man. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? The Black Power guy. Umar Johnson. I'm going to block you. Nah, I'm not going to do that to you. We're talking about, two people running for mayor. And the question is asked, what is the faith of Solomon? Is he a Christian, Muslim, or a Jew? The other question is, what monies or what was stolen from the other candidate that's supposed to be, that is running, which is McGreevy? They're saying that he is not trustworthy. What is it? People want to know in details. We hear a lot of information that's being said, that's being whispered, that's being conversated about. You know what I mean? They're conversing about it and all that. So what is it? Most people want to know. You tell me. You tell me. I'm going to stand in the middle and ask this question. What is it? What's good with you? Good morning. So another person said, by definition, he and all the prophets and the what is it? Abrahamic, Jesus included, canon are Muslim. This is what another person said. Okay. Yeah, so what do you think? What do you know? Let the people know. So I want to make sure I clear up another post that I put up. And I saw a picture of Solomon, and it had a narrative. It was a negative narrative about him not wanting to be in the hood or be around the hood. And he had a vest on. So when I saw the post and I read the narrative, I put it up because I wanted to know, is this true? Is this AI? Is this a fake picture? But more so, I was speaking about, is the narrative true? Is the narrative that was spoken in them words? It was a big paragraph that was speaking the negative narrative. All right. So I put it up to ask that question. And when I put it up, I guess it triggered a lot of people, but I didn't know about this particular picture and narrative. I didn't know about it. And if, some people say this picture was around 2021, but I didn't know about it. So if I didn't know about it, I think that a lot of other people didn't know about this narrative and picture as well. For some reason, people really think that when they put something on Facebook, everybody going to see it. Some people really believe that if they put something on Facebook, everybody seen it. Everybody had to see it. That's not true. It's been 4 years. I never seen it. So I'm quite sure there are other people that never seen it either. You know what I mean? So don't think that everybody see what you put up, what you explain, the information you have putting up. But that's not true. There are some people that only mainly be on their page. And that's it. They may like a few things from other people, but that's because they, cool with them or friends with them. But they don't go in detail on looking at everything that they put up. That's not how that works. So don't think that, once again, everything you put up, everybody's seen it. But that's truly false. So one person says to me that it's a dumb question. I mean, it's a dumb conversation. Not that he's saying that my question was dumb, but it's almost like you're saying that to me, because if I don't know, I'm ignorant to the information. Ignorant is not knowing. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, good morning. What's good with you? Yeah, some people, Deborah said that's why it's good to research on everything. And that's a true fact. And I agree with you on that 100%. You know what I mean? But what if the people don't research? What if the people are used to hearing the leaders in the community and take the leaders' information as fact and take the leaders' information as the gospel? What if some people don't go and do the research? But yet we have leaders in the community that put out information. So what's the problem with asking the question online? That's doing research too, because now you want details, you want receipts, you want facts, information from those who are in that world. So if a person put up a question online, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, they ask the question, what is this? Is this true? So does that mean that's a dumb question? No, that don't mean that's a dumb question. Even though it may have been talked about, even though it may have been disputed or debunked, that don't make it a dumb question from that person, because they just don't know. Just go ahead and answer the question. And that's also a part of doing research. Okay. People be saying things like, oh, do your research. Yeah, okay. They online. That's what people do. They go online to do the research, whether they use ChatGPT, whether they use Google, whether they use whatever. So in this particular situation, some people may have used Facebook just to ask the people they know, right? That's also a part of doing your research and trying to get receipts. Good morning to you, my sister, Barbara Jenkins. Blessings to you. Peace and blessings to you and mom and your family. Thank you for chiming in. I appreciate it. Much love. So the question still stands. Is Solomon a Muslim, Christian, or Jew? Sometimes I feel like, damn. Sometimes it feel like, being in the political world and having conversations politically, it almost feel like gang members, man. People really get offended of, you asking the question about the person that they voting for. I mean, I don't see the problem in it. It almost feel like I said, like, a gang member, a gang type of situation. You know what I mean? Like, pick a side. If you ain't on this side, I ain't effing with you. This is weird. You know what I mean? This is weird. But yeah, what you think? So that's one question. The other question is that's been asked. What was it that made McGreevy not trustworthy? Give the details. Give the details. What was it? Because the narrative is he stole money. What's the details? Good life, Musa. Peace and blessings with you, brother. Peace and blessings. So one of the answers that I gave you was from Musa. Musa, I want to ask the question while we're live now. Brother been around for a long time. Good old G. Thank you for chiming in again, my brother. So the question still stands, Musa, because I don't think you answered the question. You said that you've been following him for some time now. And I asked the question, I responded to you, if you've been around him for some time now, and this is no disrespect, don't get me wrong, this is no disrespect at all, but we just conversing, we just, talking, you know what I mean? And I said, if you've been around him for some time now, you may have known his faith. If you've been following him for some time now, what is his faith? This is a question some people wanted to ask. Okay, it doesn't matter who asked the question. The question was asked, and I'm asking you. It doesn't matter who asked. Why is it why does it seem like it's a complicated question? It's a simple question. You know what I mean? What's the faith? Nothing wrong with that. I don't think nothing wrong with that. I don't think so. So on the comment board, if you can see when I put it up, if I don't know, there are others who don't know. On the same comment board that the question was asked, you can go down the comment board and you can see that one other person asked the same question. There are other people, while I'm cutting hair, asked the question. Okay? So Barbara says, that's exactly why you have to be careful. To be careful having conversations about religion, spirituality, and spirituality, because there will always be a debate of disagreements. That's a fact. I totally agree. Barbara, I'm just trying to stand in the middle. That's all. I'm just trying to stand in the middle, ask some questions that the people want to know. Sometimes people are afraid to ask it outwardly. That's the truth. You know what I mean? Another brother has said about that same question. I think you guys wasn't probably tuned in when I mentioned it. He said, doesn't matter as long as he's an American and is smart and trustworthy. Okay, that's a fact. I get that. Yep, I get that. So Deborah, what's good? Peace and blessings. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you can do me the favor, go ahead and like the page. I appreciate it. It means a lot. It shows support. And now that I say that, I'm going to mention this again, like I mentioned earlier. When I talk about support, far as the podcast is concerned, I really mean that. You know what I mean? It's just like you support a person at a restaurant that owns a restaurant, that owns a shop, that owns a hookah shop, that owns a magazine, a book, or whatever the case may be. There was a person who said to me, well, you can't say that because there is no comments or no likes or nothing like that, that means that they don't support you. This was the narrative that they used. They said, people can support you behind the scenes. They can silently support you. I disagree with that. Because if I said to you that I cut hair and you see me at the red light, yo, Preem, I like what you're doing, bro. I like what you're doing. I see you be cutting hair. You know what I mean? I support you, bro. I support you. Word up. I support you. I support you silently. Word? You seen all my haircuts and you know, you never came and got a lineup? That's not support. You seen all my haircuts? Even if you have another barber, cool. You never liked the picture that I put up of a haircut? No. You ever shared it? No. You ever told anybody, yo, go see Supreme? No. That's silent support. And that is not support, man. People get that twisted. Real talk. How you gonna tell a person that make a cake, I support you, but you never support it with purchasing or even a donation? How you tell a person that I silently support you? That don't make sense to me. I'm sorry. Make that make sense to me, and I'll agree. You know what I mean? Yeah. It don't make sense to me. Nope. Nope. I'm not going to take that. Don't take that as support, y'all. That's just talking. All right, so let's see. Barbara says, you already know how I feel about the politicians. The politicians, they're full of tricks. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. So this question still stands. If anybody's watching, if you're still watching and you know the faith, just put it up there. If anybody's watching and you know what it was in detail of why people are saying he supposedly stole, put it up. All right, put it up. Let's not, say things and not be, actually show the receipts or the truth about what it really was that he stole. So some people saying or thinking, was it actual money? Did he steal money like cash? What's the situation? Did he give people jobs that wasn't supposed to be in a position to grab money? What was it? Was it a thing where he may have, I don't know, had a program where he was taking money from a program or something? We don't know. What is it? You know what I mean? If you know, put it up. What's good with you? Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Well, somebody said this just now. What people have been asking, or is it just you? I've been following you and you just starting to say his name. I've been following you and you just starting to say his name. I said his name a few times already. As a matter of fact, when I found out this guy was running, I put a post up. See, you didn't see it. And I put a picture of him and his family. I said, this guy seemed like a really good family man. Just like that. He seemed like a good dude. All right. But you never seen that, right? Okay, fine. I have not seen anyone ask the question. I like what you're doing. However, in my humble opinion, you should add subject and more substance, clarity. And look, man, I'm asking a simple question. Okay. Even if you believe it's just me asking, fine. Answer the question. What's the problem? Why all these words? You know him, you said. You have been following him for some time. Do you know the faith? Yes or no? What's the problem with that question? So Barbara, you're right. I think you're right, Barbara. It's definitely a problem when you get into the politics of things. Kirk says you have to understand the word politics. In Latin, poly means many. A tick is a blood sucking insect. Henceforth, politics means the blood sucker of many. Woo! Come on, man. Come on, man. Whoa. I hear you, bro. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Deep statement right there, bro. Deep statement. Deep statement right there. Woo! Let me read that one more time. Kirk said, you have to understand the word politics. In Latin, poly means many. A tick is a blood-sucking insect. Henceforth, politics means the blood sucker of many. What's your thoughts on that, people? Good morning to the good energy people. Much love and respect. Thank you for chiming in. I appreciate each and every last one of you. If you're here and you put a comment up on the board, I really appreciate it. And if you can, press like. Press like. Appreciate you. Deborah, you said missing. I don't understand. Missing. Deborah said there is no dumb question. A dumb question is one that isn't asked. Woo! That's how I feel. If you tell me that's a dumb question, I think you're the dummy. You know what I mean? You're dumb to think that everybody know the answer. I think people really believe, like I said, they put it up on Facebook, the world knows about it. Everybody knows. Oh, we talked about that 6 years ago. Does that mean I know? That don't mean if I ask a question, how do you put a person down for asking a question? I don't get that. I guess that's smart people things. I don't know. So Barbara says it's called politicians who are full of shh, watch your mouth. I mean tricks. Okay. Deborah says, my understanding is when funds were missed, when they built Port Liberty. Okay. Funds was missing. Okay. See, these are the things we're talking about. Some people don't, some people might not read certain, articles or newspaper or follow, the Chronicles or Hudson Chronicles or whatever the case may be. Some people may not follow these things. So there are people that's not really into politics that much, but they do get their information from people who are into it. You know what I mean? So if you are into it like that, what's the problem with answering the question when someone put it online? I don't understand that part. All right, so Jane Brown says, I think the question is valid. Thank you, Jane. I mean, I thought I was the only one or the other few that I spoke to. I thought we crazy. You know what I mean? Jane says, I think the question is valid. The problem becomes an issue if the answer will be weaponized against them. That's what, hey, you hit that. Good point. That's the problem. So, I don't know. You into politics? If you are into politics and you know this, can that be weaponized against him? Good question. Good statement, Ms. Brown. Good statement. Yep. Good statement. can it be used against him? The other question, once again, if you're watching and you know the facts, if you've been around the politician world, you've been in it. If you've been in it, if you've been heavy, deep in it, you've been out there going hard, promoting and, putting up flyers and putting up billboards and all that good stuff. And you've been around these people and you know the situation that happened back in the day. If you've been in it, you've been there when Fields just started running, when he was going up against, what's his name? Jerry Walker, and you was in it and you was right there rocking with Phil. You was going in with Phil. You knew the whole situation way up. You was in it heavy. And then all of a sudden, you ain't messing with them no more. Give the people the truth. Give the people the reason why. That's all I'm asking. What you say, Musa? Musa said, this is the definition of politics. The activities associated with the governance of the country or other area, especially the debate of conflict among individuals or parties having or hoping to achieve power. Like Jesse said, keep hope alive. Jesse said, keep hope alive. I know you're getting beat in the head. Keep hope alive. I know you feel that foot on your neck. Keep hope alive. Musa also said it has been started that there is a separation between government and religion. I feel you on that. They even took that at religion out of school. I understand. What you also say, Tarif, peace and blessings. Thank you for chiming in, Ty. Appreciate you, brother, Mr. Davis. Much love and respect. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you for pulling up, bro. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Davis says, like in the street, when somebody accused of snitching, where's the paperwork? Where's the paperwork? If McGreevy stole, what haven't he been arrested? Why haven't he been arrested? People speak like this, or people speak this like it's the total truth without proof. Okay, hey man, that's what somebody asked me that. We conversating, we chopping it up in the chair and everything, and he says, "I'm voting for yada yada yada," and because I said, "Okay, what's your take on it? Why you voting for this person?" Oh, because such and such he stole. He was taking money and all that and stuff. I said, how did he steal? He didn't have no details or, actual facts of what he stole. And I think that, he just kept saying, this is what I hear. And I said, yeah, I heard the same thing, but I wasn't, it was never clear to me. You know what I mean? What was it that he stole? Because in his mind, like in a lot of other people's minds also, that he stole money. You know what I mean? So if it's not clear, it does keep people in confusion. You know what I mean? Yeah. By the way, what do you think the religion or the faith is? I know we can Google it or whatever. Yeah. But if you know, go ahead and put it on the comment board. So thank you for the comment, Tarif. Appreciate it. All right. And if you have in your heart wanting to support the D.A.P show, if you wanted to support me with 50 cents, you can go ahead and put that, take a snapshot of this barcode and go ahead and send D.A.P 50 cents, $1, anything for a wire, a cord, a cordless mic, a light, a backdrop, a cloth, a table, another headphone, You know what I mean? A mic stand, a tripod, whatever you want to give. Trust me, is much appreciated. You know, thank you for those who been rocking with me for a minute. That's always consuming the content. I truly appreciate it. Real talk. Yep. So that's the barcode. If you want me to put it back up, I can do it. And let me know you did it. I'll definitely give you a shout out. Appreciate it if you can. All right. Yep. So what is it? Okay. So I'm glad that brother answered that question. That's a deep statement you made, my man Davis. Um, Deborah said, I never received so many calls or texts from running candidates in my life. This year, for some reason, it was off the chain. It's something more than usual. Yeah, I felt that same way. You know what I mean? I'm getting texts. How do you get my number? You know what I mean? Talking to me like they know me. Like who? So I understand what you're saying, Deborah. Yeah. Musa said, I don't like to speak on him and the alleged stealing of money. However, it is my understanding that as a director of the department, he took money that was supposed to go to one thing and put it somewhere else. Someone didn't like it. He was clear of the, are you saying he was clear of that? Okay, so I'm gonna read that one more time. I really don't like to speak on him and the alleged stealing of money. However, it is my understanding that as a director of the department, he took money that was supposed to go to one thing and put it somewhere else. Someone didn't like it. He was clear of that. He was clear of I don't know if you're saying the or that, but thank you for that statement, that clarification. See, that stuff like that means a lot. Stuff like that, information like that means a lot to people that don't seek out this information. You understand? Because we do have a large percentage of people who don't do the research. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. We do have a great percentage of people who do not do the research, and people like Musa, people like I don't want to mention all the names, but you know who you are, that have this information, that been around. If somebody asks a question online that's on your feed, how you got a problem with that? And that's weird. Especially if you on someone's team or on someone's in someone's campaign camp. You mean to tell me you can't answer that question? And yeah, that's weird. Yep. Real talk. Peace and blessings. What's good with you? To the good energy people, what's good with you? So Barbara says, Pooh, this is the prime example of why our barbershop chronicles went left. This is too deep. And these type of conversations cause ignorance to surface. Let's get back to laughter. Most people caught feelings behind shh that have no control of. Great point, Barbara. Great point. This is why I try some of everything, if you notice. I'm always trying to have topics that cover some of everything, you know what I mean? And of course, some things are going to be not liked. Some things are going to be loved. Some things are people not going to be found of. That's all good. But that's the thing with doing content. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I get it. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Your analogy. What's good with you, Melissa? Thank you for chiming in. Appreciate you, Melissa. Melissa Alexandra. Much love and respect. A lot of folks don't research, Melissa says. but will go off what someone else comments and they simply agree because they know you. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Real talk. That happens a lot. That's why I said earlier, there are a great percentage of people that don't do the research, that are not really into the political world, that's not really into that at all, and don't look at articles, don't look at Chronicles, Hudson Chronicles, or Jersey City, yada yada yada. They don't read these, and and they get the information from the people they know that's close to that world. And I don't think nothing is wrong with that. You know what I mean? I don't think nothing is wrong with that. That's just how it is, and it's always going to be a percentage of people that's like that, period. You know what I mean? So just like people do the research as if that's, research, they go online to do the research, right? So the people that don't look into that lifestyle or that world, you know what I mean? What's their way of doing the research? They just go online and ask the damn question. That's still online doing research, right? So, Melissa also says a lot of folks. Okay, Melissa also said Barbara Jenkins absolutely right, no doubt. That's a fact. As far as doing the Barbershop Chronicles, when we was in the barbershop, we had a lot of laughter, a lot of fun, asking a lot of questions, talking about a lot of different topics, and it was fun. That's true. But, as we grow, barbers, sometimes we have to, get into the hard questions. We have to get into the hard topics. You know what I mean? We have to do that sometimes. As we grow, that's just how it goes. You know what I mean? That's how it go. Well, it's been good, y'all, but I gotta go. Much love, respect. I appreciate each and every last one of you. I'm talking each and every last one of you, especially those who just commented. And if you commented, do me the favor, go ahead and put a like on the comment board. Why am I asking you that? Because that's support, Melissa. If you like the content, if you like the engagement of DAP, the support is liking, and I appreciate it. Melissa, you always support it, and I appreciate that. I know you're not one of those silent supporters that you have mentioned. You know what I mean? You're not that silent supporter. You have always supported, and I appreciate that through the years. Thank you. All right. And so if you can do me that favor, like, share, and maybe someone will come on later after the video is done. Maybe they will come on and explain the questions that some people may have as far as what's Solomon's religion and what did supposedly McGreevy steal in detail. Okay? Much love and respect. Thank you once again for chiming in. It's been good. It's been great. Great morning. Get out there and go get what you got to get. Much love and respect. You have been DAP'd. Peace.